Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We're following two breaking stories this noon. Let's start in Southfield, where sources say a woman is killed and a man is critical after being shot. This happened in the parking lot of the Marriott on Northwestern Highway. That's near Lasser, the Lodge, and I-696. Sources telling us the woman's ex-boyfriend shot her and her new boyfriend. The shooter has not been arrested at this point. We do have a crew on the way to the scene, and we'll bring you an update as soon as we get it. More breaking news, this time from the freeway. A shooting investigation has the local eastbound lanes of I-96 closed right now at Greenfield. Sky 4 over the scene just on the local lanes there just a few moments ago. State police just tweeting saying troopers are responding to a shooting victim in that area. MSP also says the circumstances surrounding the shooting unknown at this time. We will keep you updated on both of these stories as information becomes available. Our other top story this noon, the Detroit elementary school hit by an outbreak that killed a kindergartner reopens this morning. Marcus Garvey Academy on the city's east side closed last week for a deep cleaning. The school is asking parents to keep a close eye on students for symptoms after the death of a kindergartner. The illness is identified as a bacterial infection that can cause a range of illnesses. Parents bringing their students back this morning say they trust the district did what it could.
I believe they did what they can do. We can only do what we can do. And what they have to do is sanitize. I believe they did that.
Another school hit by an illness outbreak reopened today as well. The Focus Hope Center for Children was closed over an outbreak of hand, foot, and mouth disease. We're learning more about the victims and the suspect in the nation's latest mass shooting. 8 people were killed at an outlet mall outside of Dallas over the weekend. Police shot and killed the shooter, a neo-Nazi sympathizer with an AR-15 style assault weapon. Jay Gray is in Allen, Texas with the latest.
Well, the memorial continues to grow here outside of the outlet mall in Allen, Texas, scene of the latest mass shooting in our country. Take a look right now. And we've seen people showing up even before the sun was up here today, bringing flowers and notes, flags, some just pausing for a few minutes, locked in prayer, remembering the victims here. 8 killed, 7 wounded. Officially, we know very little about those victims. We do know that at least 3 of those wounded are still in the hospital right now and still in critical condition. We're also learning more about the suspect here. Mauricio Garcia, 33 years old, was wearing a tactical vest and was armed with an assault-style rifle and pistol at the time of the attack. Police also saying that they found more weapons, more ammunition inside his car at the mall. Investigators looking into his social media footprint. He had several social media accounts, hundreds of posts, we are told, many centered around racial and ethnic violence, including neo-Nazi and white supremacist rhetoric. Investigators have searched his Dallas home. They continue to talk with friends and neighbors. I can also tell you that here in Allen, the shock beginning to wear off and the pain of what's happened here beginning to settle in. They have opened up a victims family assistance center to help anyone who may be struggling mentally with everything that's gone on here. This was the second most deadly attack in the U.S. this year, the 199th mass shooting. That averages more than one a day, and it was the second mass shooting in just over a week here in Texas. That's the latest from Allen. I'm Jay Gray. Now back to you.
All right, Jay. Senior law enforcement sources tell NBC News at the time of the shooting, the shooter had a patch on his chest with a right-wing acronym. It reportedly stood for Right-Wing Death Squad, a phrase used in far-right online spaces. The local doctor accused of sexually assaulting his patients will be back in court in about 2 hours. Dr. Zvi Levran is facing more than 30 counts. The Farmington Hills doctor is accused of sexually assaulting patients, many of them youth hockey players. At several hearings over the past few weeks, accusers have testified about the abuse. Today, experts are expected to take the stand. A new construction project starting this morning on a busy road in Metro Detroit. 8 Mile is being resurfaced from Woodward to Van Dyke, and that'll impact people from Detroit, Ferndale, Hazel Park, and Warren. This morning, both the eastbound and westbound lanes were reduced to 2 in each direction. It will stay that way through the fall. The entire project will not finish until next summer. Good news when you fill up for gas this week. Prices keep going down. AAA says prices dropped 9 cents in the last week to an average of $3.39. That's down nearly 20 cents from last month. Experts say demand is down and prices could continue to drop as well. That must usually that's a sign that summer is leaving us, or we're not going into summer, but the temperatures would disagree. Ann Arbor looking mighty fine this afternoon as we get into the afternoon, and we keep an eye out for any potential rain that might disrupt that. Let's bring in Ashley Barrissey, who's tracking all of that for us.
Hey there, Jason. So as we take a look at your weather story for today, some rain showers will be returning a little later this afternoon, especially as we push into the evening hours. But they will be rather brief because the rest of the week will be mainly dry until our next rain chances return late on Friday. So here's a look at the disturbance that we have our eye on. This is now starting to cross Lake Michigan. I'll put exact track 4D, in which it shows that rain is now just inching closer to the Lake Michigan coastline off towards Ludington and not too far west of Kalamazoo. So it's going to take a little time before it makes its way here. We did have a brief break in the clouds, but most of lower Michigan has been dealing with overcast skies. 64 degrees right now at City Airport, 60 in Ann Arbor, 62 in Pontiac, 59 down into Monroe, but 63 in Port Huron. Putting our 24-hour temperature change map on, it is distinctly cooler in Adrian this time compared to 24 hours ago. That's because of when that warm front was lifting through the region, as we did hit 80 at Metro Airport yesterday. So today, 68 for our afternoon high. Cooler than the 80s yesterday, but right on par with where we should be this time of year. Those rain showers will likely develop a little bit after 4 o'clock onward, really impacting that evening rush hour drive. But the temperature trend stays rather seasonal through tomorrow, even into Wednesday, before we start to warm up towards the tail end of the weekend. We'll time out when those rain showers push out in just a moment. But if you're going to be out and about this evening, you'll want to take that Forewarn weather app with you on the go, not only to track radar, but there is a slight chance for a few rumbles of thunder in our southern counties. You can get a push notification if lightning's in your area if you have the app.